Hi, Delish Kitchen lovers. How are you all doing? You welcome back. Let me teach you how to make the simplest yet the yummiest and the fluffiest cupcake at the comfort of your home. This is not hard at all. So first of all, we are going to line in our cupcake tray with some baking liners, some cupcake liners. Okay, so that was what we are doing here. When we are done doing this, you turn on you preheat your oven. Okay, while that is on and it's getting preheated, let us go into making our cake batter. So in a very clean big bowl, because you don't need a small bowl for this, you need to be very comfortable. You don't need to manage space when doing this. You transfer in your 250 grams of margarine or butter, whatever one you can lay your hands on, 250 gram. Then the next thing you're adding is your half cup of granulated sugar. Normally I'm not supposed to add my egg now, but to make it easier to cream, eggs makes it easier to cream. Okay, so I added just one egg to it. Then I started creaming. I will keep turning this, I will keep stirring this in one direction till it is almost white. Now, if you find it difficult to use this whisk, or maybe you don't have, you can probably use peso or gari toner. These two they do the work very well too. Now you can see this is almost white, like I told you. So the next thing you're adding here is your egg. Yes, this eggs. In here I have 4 eggs plus that particular one we added during the creaming, making it 5. So we'll be adding these gradually till we are done adding everything. This is the second one. You can see how this is looking. You should be turning it, stirring this, turning it, stirring. Now this is the very last one. I will still do turn it. Okay, now this is how it will be looking like. You can see how runny it is. Now the next thing is to add in our flavors. For this recipe I will need 2 tablespoons. This is 1 tablespoon, as you can see it's written on it. The total of flavors I'll be using is 2 tablespoons. So because of that I am making vanilla cake. I'll be adding 1 tablespoon of vanilla. There are some flavors that go in with your vanilla cake. Butterscotch and milk emulsion is one of them. So 1 tablespoon of vanilla, half tablespoon of butterscotch, and half tablespoon of milk emulsion. I would add everything here. So at this point, the aroma coming from this batter is already everywhere because of that flavors. Is that clear? So I would add it, turn it very well. Then the next is for me to add in my 1 cup of milk. Yes, add this into it. You need your cake to be very creamy. Hope you know that, and fluffy too. So add this into this and stir very well. This shouldn't take you up to 10 minutes. Yes, shouldn't take you up to 10 minutes. So the next thing we're adding to this is our flour. Should be adding this gradually in batches, not all at the same time, so it doesn't make it hard for you to turn. I've added in my half flour. Meanwhile, I'm using 1.5 cups of flour, so I've added in half. I've added in 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder. So I'm adding the remaining one now. You can see I'm incorporating it into the batter. At this point, this is what we have. See how beautiful this is looking. Can you see? You end up getting this if you use the right recipe. You end up getting this. So at this point, I'm taking out this whisk. I'm introducing my scoop. I'm going to use the spoon, but if you don't have this particular one, feel free to use the normal spoon in the house. This is to actually achieve an equal sizes of cupcake. So at the end of everything, I'm going to fill this tray with the batter. I'm going to fill it up. Then the next is transferring into our preheated oven. You can see that it's remaining. So we'll come back to do the second batch. Okay. Now allow this to bake for, this shouldn't stay more than 35. Anyways, it depends on your heat, but cupcakes doesn't take time. In 30 minutes time, my cake was ready. How do you know? Dip in your skewer or toothpick into your cake. If it comes out very clean, then your cupcake is ready. You can see how beautiful and yummy this is looking. Guys, at the end of everything, this particular recipe should give you 24 cupcakes. 24. You can see how fluffy this is looking. It shouldn't stay more than 35 minutes in the oven. Okay, it shouldn't stay more than 10. Mine stayed just 30 minutes. Is that clear? So this is what we have at the end of everything. Don't forget to follow me